friends, Jeff here with RV Optimizer, and I'm here with my buddy Cameron from La Mesa RV in Phoenix, Arizona, and we're continuing our search for our next RV. And so Cameron's going to take us through a couple more today to see if they make the short list that we're looking at, and we'll see what he has in store for us, because I really don't know yet. So Cameron, tell us which one we're looking at now and maybe a few key things that we want to hit on the outside, and then we'll jump inside.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Jeff. This is Winnebago's new 2026 24R floor plan. It's a newer model, but kind of a take on an old floor plan. But the biggest thing you'll notice is it's got kind of the gear garage that you're going to see in the Winnebago Echo, but also is going to give you more luxury features, full body paint, automatic levelers, and you'll get a slide out. So it's not quite as rugged as the Echo, but still gives you the storage capacity.
Nice. And so this opens from three sides.
Yep, three different sides, pins and racks, so you can hold all your gear down. It's just probably one of the most popular features today, because as you know, storage space is always at a premium.
Absolutely.
You also have heat that'll come in here as well, so keep all your gear from freezing. Area back here is kind of your water bay and hookup area. We've also, a little bit different from the Echo, instead of having a cassette toilet, this will have a traditional black tank. It'll give you a little bit more capacity as far as before you need to dump that.
Got it. Mm-hmm. And does this mean anything here? This
just kind of lets you know that you are getting a charge. So if you, for some reason...
So if it's green, it's plugged in. I'm assuming maybe it's blue if it's a bad connection or something.
Or it won't light up.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I noticed on some of the new ones, they have these, I guess it's integrated with the Sprinter van?
Yeah, integrated with the Sprinter van, kind of a lane assist. Kind of keeps you in your lane when you're driving down the road. And it's part of a nice package of features that you get from Mercedes. Get adaptive cruise control, active braking, you'll get power heated seats on the front, you'll have nice LED lights. Just a lot of changes over the last 5 or so years from Mercedes on that end.
Yeah, because is that more just the 26 models that have that?
Correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we have some lit storage, and it looks like just some ways to maintain the batteries?
Yep, if you're going to store it for an extended period of time, you can shut off, your battery disconnect, you got your inverter disconnect. This is a kind of a roto cast, so it's really durable. You can stick stuff that you wouldn't want inside out there if it's going to get dirty. It's really easy to clean. Got these side style openings, which is kind of different from the previous View models that used to open from this, which can kind of be cumbersome as far as bending down to get all your stuff.
More like the bigger A-Class. Exactly.
Yeah, bus-style doors.
Yep. And then the batteries themselves, this has lithium.
Yep, it's got a Lithionics battery, 320 amp hours. It sits right under the step there, so it's above the floor, and then it'll be enclosed, heated, out of the elements, and really nice during cold weather.
It looks like a little separate screen door here.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's go inside.
Cool.
Now we're inside, and the first things I notice are these cool little theater chairs, I guess.
Yeah, and in my opinion, they're probably the most comfortable in the market right now. Very soft and durable. We're also in a slide out, which again is a little different from the Echo and other brands that have that garage storage. So it's going to give you a little bit more space in here. You also have a couple spots for a table, and then on the inside, it's like it feels like a nickel on the inside right here, but it's activated by your finger, and that's going to allow you to recline in a really nice position. I could almost take a nap here. Right across from the TV, those two chairs turn around so you can host people in here. It's just a really good use of space, in my opinion, from what I've seen.
Yeah. And it looks like ducted AC.
Yep, fully ducted AC, very efficient. I can still, if you take the proper precautions, I can still get this cooled down in the middle of the summer, which you can't say about a lot of the other RVs. We have the dual pane acrylic windows that can pop all the way out, and then you're also going to get a night shade and a day shade.
Yeah, I do like that. A dual cooktop.
Yeah, so you get a lot of people, they either want the propane, or they don't cook too much, or they want the induction. You kind of get the best of both worlds with this Winnebago. It's also a good use of space with the sink and counter space. We're awning side as well, so you can be cooking and keeping an eye on the campsite. Yeah, it's just a really good use of space.
And you got nice soft close
Soft
doors.
close, they're also lit.
Yeah,
which is really nice.
That is nice.
Yeah, they're just a really good use of space. They'll give you the convection microwave oven instead of putting an oven here and taking away all this storage. So it's just a really good use.
Yeah. And I notice, unlike most where you have to lock or unlock each, this one just has one that
And we're
locks
locked.
everything.
Yep, exactly. Yep, 12-volt compressor fridge. As you can see, it's cool right now. You can freeze ice cream. We've got frost in there. This is going to work efficiently at altitude. It's going to work if you're not level, and it's going to be a lot more efficient than kind of the older propane and
the three-way things.
Three-way fridge.
Cause you
also get more space too, because you don't have those coils that kind of come out. So it's a decent amount of space for this size of RV.
So the other unique thing about this, which we do like, we do go back and forth on, having a permanent bed versus a Murphy bed type thing. So this has 2 independent beds that make into one large one, it looks like?
Yep, you can make it using these pieces right here. You can make it into one large bed. Otherwise, you'll have 2 very comfortable long twin beds. And a lot of people will probably keep the middle part out just because it's easier to get up in the middle of the night. You also get really good storage around the top. You've got 6 total drawers along with 2 additional spaces for all your stuff. You're also going to get some storage down on the bottom as well, some drawers that pull out, and some hanging closet space.
Yeah, that's one of the things you tend to lose in this type of configuration is some hanging storage space, but it looks like you put them both down below, which works out pretty well.
Yep.
And we have our TV back here, and then what do you call that configuration where your bath's on one side and your shower's on the other?
Yeah, it's kind of unique. It's a split bathroom, which is kind of nice. You've got, if someone's using the bathroom, someone else can be using the shower. These will both also open up and sit this way, so you can make it one large open space as well. And then you can also kind of close off from the living area like that.
And so then, I guess, additional sleeping or storage space.
Yeah, additional sleeping or storage. I know kind of the other option they'll allow is more of a sloped or sleeker style on the outside, and you get a little bit of storage. This just kind of gives you a little bit more space if you're going to have someone else that might be wanting to sleep, small child.
Now, is that a different model that it's called or anything with that one?
It's just an option that they'll offer.
Because that's the one I was looking at. I thought that's kind of more along the lines of what we're looking at with that, because we don't really need the space, and frankly, unless it's a little person,
it's not ideal to get up there anyway.
And it even feels probably even more confined when you don't have a window or something above it.
Exactly. Plus, I'd probably say you could sleep on there. If
yeah, those are comfortable.
Yeah.
And that is one thing we find a lot, that as we're looking for the highest quality RV we can get, that some manufacturers will put these in there, and you can just tell the leather's very thin on them, and they just don't feel like they're going to last that long.
Exactly.
Yeah, but those do feel good.
Yep, Winnebago Connect.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. So that's this system right here. It's kind of been out for a couple of years now, and traditional other RVs, they would have maybe an app for your phone, but it was limited in that you could only use it if you were in Bluetooth range of the RV.
Right.
But the information that's most important when you're away from the RV is, am I getting power? What's the temperature in the RV? If you've got pets, things like that. So with this system, you can connect it to your phone, and as long as this is connected to some internet source, you'll be able to see what's going on in the RV when you're away from it, whether you're hiking or at the store or something like that. So it's been a very popular upgrade that Winnebago's come out with, and I'm sure the rest of the industry will follow soon.
Yeah, and so one of the things we want to do, which I'm assuming would play into this, if we have Starlink added, then that's going to be connected wherever you go with your RV then.
Yep, exactly.
And you can hit everything from your app at that point.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And so you can monitor your battery levels and everything.
Yep.
So thanks for the quick review of this, Cameron. This one is the Winnebago View.
Winnebago View. It's a 2026, and it is the 24R floor plan, which is kind of like a twin bed with the Eco style garage.
Yeah, which I like, that extra space. And this one MSRP or what?
MSRP on this one is $281,077. We take a big discount. La Mesa RVs, like the Costco of RVs, we buy in bulk and we sell in bulk. We have this discounted down to $199,998, so less than $200,000 for this brand new RV.
Well, thank you for showing us this and seeing if it does make our short list and what we're comparing to. In my mind, so far from what you've showed us, I really do like the Leisure FX. And so that one's kind of what I'm comparing everything to in my mind as we go through these, and looking at not only the floor plans, but the quality of what the manufacturers are putting these. So that's kind of what we're at least bouncing some thoughts off as we go through. But I love continuously to look and doing our due diligence because, yeah, just like you mentioned, these aren't inexpensive.
Nope.
And we've had 3 now in the last 5 years. And the one thing we've learned, it's actually 2 things, what we like and what we don't like, right? Yep. And the worst thing to me is going on a trip and having something fail on you. And so we're really looking for that. How do we take it to the next level so that that doesn't put a damper on our trips? So I'll throw it out there. If anybody has any questions, I know Cameron's always available to answer. If you are in the area and you would like to learn either more about this or other RVs, maybe throw out your phone number if you'd like.
Yeah, you can call me or text me directly. My number is area code 574-849-6550. I will help you any way that I can. We've got 11 stores nationwide, and I've been at La Mesa RV over 12 years. So give me a call, give me a text, let me know how I can help in your journey.
Awesome. And thank you for all watching, and until next time, I hope all your RV trips are optimized. Thanks.